Hi, I'm Martina Min from the creator of El Tomo Inquiero. This is my workshop, and, well, I invite you all today to do experiments, science at home. I was always interested in understanding things. I always wanted to know why one thing or another happened. And, well, when I was in high school and had to choose what to study, I didn't know, I doubted a lot. I finally started with biology because I got it in my head that I wanted and could teach by understanding nature. So I wanted to create a new kind of school where teaching would happen through that contact. I've always loved nature deeply. I've always needed fresh air and plants and, well, mountains and all that. Eventually, I started studying to be a mountain trekking guide and moved to Bariloche, in the south. Life took me along the way, and I ended up teaching science in a primary school. There I studied to become a primary teacher, and all my different paths began to come together. That's when I started doing science workshops, and little by little it grew. And now I'm here in this workshop that I love, which is my favorite place in the world. I invite you into my workshop to explore a bit about sound. We're going to build a homemade oscilloscope and see how vibrations are projected when we speak, how they're projected and the shapes they make on the wall. So now, hands on. For this tutorial, we'll need a laser, a disposable cup, a balloon, a small mirror about 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter, a teaspoon of sugar, scissors or a box cutter, a small piece of double-sided tape, and masking tape. First, we'll use the balloon and scissors. We have to cut off the neck of the balloon, so we hold it like this, and cut. Now take the cup, put your fingers inside, and stretch the balloon over the top. Try to make it tight and smooth, without any wrinkles. Once it's nice and flat, turn it over. And now with the box cutter, make a small hole in the bottom. Now use the masking tape to cover the edge of the cup so we don't hurt our mouth. Then, wrap a bit of tape around the balloon to keep it in place. Done! Here's our device. Now we'll begin the experiment. Sprinkle a very small amount of sugar, just a light dusting. And now I'll position myself at the same level as the base of our cup. I'll place my mouth near it, just outside the camera frame, and you'll see what happens. As you saw, when we made higher pitched sounds, the sugar jumped more. But when we made lower pitched sounds, the vibrations were less intense. That's because high-frequency sound waves are shorter, and low-frequency waves are longer. So we can see more rapid vibrations when we make high-pitched sounds. Now we'll do a second part of this same experiment and observe the vibrations with light. For this, we'll use the same cup, a tiny mirror, and some double-sided tape. Cut a small piece of tape and stick it to the back of the mirror. The mirror needs to be placed near the edge of the balloon, but not right on the edge. Just a bit in from the side. Not in the center either. Somewhere in that circular middle zone. Okay, our device is ready. The laser. Now we'll need to shine the laser at the mirror and speak into the cup. You can ask someone at home to help by pointing the laser at the mirror. If not, or if you're feeling creative, you can build a setup like this with a support for the arm and the laser. You can make it out of popsicle sticks, cardboard, whatever you like. It's all about using your creativity. For me, daily life is science. The life of science. For me, it's everything. As you saw, sound is vibration. When we use the cup with the balloon, the vibrating membrane, we could observe those vibrations through the sugar dancing on top. Those vibrations traveled through the air. Sound needs a medium to travel through, which is why there's no sound in a vacuum. There's nothing to vibrate. In the second experiment, we could see the vibrations. We saw them drawn on the wall. Because when we spoke, that membrane vibrated. The laser bounced off the mirror, and it projected the movements onto the wall. I invite you to try a few things if you're feeling curious. For example, 2 people could try saying the same word at the same pitch, maybe a vowel, and see if the pattern on the wall is the same or different. What do you think will happen? As you've seen, anyone and everyone can do science. We can all explore and investigate right at home with things we already have around us. So don't stop doing science at home.